Hi everybody, this is Dustin Harbor, and the name of the tool I'm going to do is called Kahoot, K-A-H-O-O-T. So first, we're going to get to the website. So I already put in there to search for it. Now first one you see that pops up is Kahoot.it. That's where we'll actually go to play it and whatnot. What we want to go to first is the Get a Kahoot. So as you can see, this is the main page here. All kinds of cool information. It tells you how it works. You can create them, that you can play. You can get apps on your cell phones, which I'm using my cell phone to do this video, or I would show you, but you can kind of see it on the cell phone. It just pops up the options, and then you get to pick from your cell phone. You can do this with a computer as well, which I can show you that right there. That's one of my other laptops that I got open here, so when it comes time to play the game, I can show you a little bit of how that works. So some of the other exciting things, I mean, these are just examples of different stuff. You can link them to Twitter, you can link them to Facebook, you can make programs to help teachers, social. So what we're going to start with here is how it works. So, very simple process. You create the Kahoot. As I said, you can do quizzes, you can do surveys, you can do discussions, you can add videos, images, all kinds of stuff to it. As far as playing it, you can play it from any device, essentially, that has an internet connection. And you can share it. I mean, this can go anywhere, anybody can use it. So, it's a fun learning game, works on any device. One of the cool things about this, part of the reason we use it at our school, is each person doesn't have to set up their own account. So, I mean, it's just, the teacher does what they need to do, and then the kids, all they have to do is just log in. So the next thing is the ways to play. It's kind of interesting, but it talks about how you can use the quiz, like a pre-assessment. You can use it as a final assessment. You can use for professional development. You can use the discussion, survey, or quiz for that. Review, re-energize, and reward. I mean, you can see there's all kinds of different ways that this could be used in a classroom. We tend to use it more for the review process because the kids really get a kick out of playing the game itself. So, how do we set up an account? First, we're going to go to sign up for free. Everybody likes free. So, to set up our free account here, first you have to choose your role, which you can see there's different options. I'm just going to do I'm a student over 16, and I'm going to type in Ashford here. So then you're going to put in all your account details, which obviously for security reasons I'm going to pause the videoing while I enter in all this information. Once I'm done with that, I'll hit create account. Okay, so once you put in all that personal information, you get to this screen. So this is the actual Kahoot screen here for us to create from. So as you'll notice, you have a list of yours, the public ones which you can access, fax support, the little menu over here where you can change stuff around. I actually deleted the account I had so I could start a new one for this because I was playing around with it before. So you can download guides to help you out, but here's the main thing we want to look at right in here. So the create new. Now there is a little quick button up here too if you want to do that, and there's intro quiz. You can link all that good stuff. We're going to get that out of our way though. So to create, there's this cool little tutorial too if you guys want to watch it, but we're going right into this. So one of the main things we use them for is quizzes. So you can give the quiz a name. So we can name this one Hello. Hit go, takes us into the first question. So now, as you can see, you can bold, italics, square, subscript. You can add fancy symbols. You can edit this as you go along. The first thing we see is a question. So we're going to say, how are you? It's our first question. Great question, I know. Moving on here. So you can set points per question if you want to make this type of an assessment type. You can set time limits if you want the screens to go quicker or shorter. You can add images. You can add video. When you come down here, if you don't want to do any of that, you put in your answers. So I'm going to do great, good, okay, not so good. Now, you can, if we were doing a point system, you could choose which one was correct here. Like we're going to say, correct answer is great. That's what we want everybody to say. Now you can move on. You can add questions. You can delete questions. If you have any big problems, you can go up here. Realize my lights are kind of bugging with you, but there's a support button up top. Really good. They are helpful. Once you're done, save and continue. Now when you get into here, you can change the language. You can change it if you don't want everybody to see it. You can make this a private one, just for whoever you select. You have to choose an audience. So we're going to say this is for school. Now you can mark down if this is like a really hard one or a really easy one. You can give it a description or a tag. We're not going to worry about all that right now though, so we're going to go over to save again. Here you can put an image if you want to give for the cover. Once again, I'm not really going to get that fancy since this is just a tutorial here. So, we're done. Now, it's always good to preview, but you can go back and edit if there's a problem. You can share, or you can just go right to play. We're going to preview it first, just to make sure there's no problems. As you can see, it shows you how you can do this with your phone, if you have a phone. You can change your options right here before you actually start. We're not going to change the options though. We're just going to go ahead and launch. So I stopped it for a minute to turn that music down because it's really loud, but I'll show you how we go to the next step. So it's got the game pin at the top. So I come over here to this one. We go to Kahoot.it. And then we go to play. Oh. I forgot I was already playing on this one. So it's trying to load me in. We don't want to do that. So there we go. So the game pin, which you can see on this one, what the game pin is, it says it right up at the top there. So we come over here. Hit enter. Now it's going to ask us to put a name. We're just going to, nope. This one's going to be D. Okay. So now this one's in. So now we go over here, and we'll say that this one is going to be, oh, I gotta put the pin in here again. So 3. So now we're gonna put in our nickname. This one will be V. Okay, go. So that one's in. Now we come back over here. As you can see on the screen, it's got V and D on there. We've got 2 players. So now once I go to start, so it'll ask the question. This is where the timer comes in because it times how long it takes. So now each person gets to pick their answer based on what they see on the main screen, which if you have a projector, this works really good. So this guy is going to pick red, and this guy's going to pick blue. Oh, he got it incorrect, but he got it right. So then you come back here, and it shows you who got it right, who got it wrong, how many people guessed what. So that's kind of the basics of how it's used. So, examples of where we can use this. As I said, you can use this in formal assessments. You can use this as like a pre-assessment. The quiz part's really good for that sort of stuff. It can also be good just for fun. I mean, if you want to just random questions like, what is the color of an eggplant? Just have fun with kids. They love doing the testing. The survey part is really good if you're just trying to find out, how many people look at something the same way in the classroom. Like if you're wanting to try to kind of get an overview of who knows what and who doesn't know what, you can do a quick survey. And the discussion's good just to try to get people talking. I mean, that always helps. So that is all I have for you on Kahoot.